Hey, you don't need more confidence. You need to stop doing stuff that makes you weak, right? It's all the time. That's the real problem. Most people don't hate their lives. They hate the version of themselves that they've become inside of their lives. They hate how soft they've got. I've been there myself. How inconsistent they got. How much they talk compared to what they actually do. They just don't walk the talk. And the worst part is they know better. You know better. If that hits you, stay with me, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to become somebody you respect again. It happens to everybody over time, but you're not going to do it through motivation. You're going to do it through standards, through action, and through proof. Hi, I'm Andy, and for 30 years, I've coached people how to rebuild themselves so they become unstoppable in their lives. And this channel is Stone Age Success. And it's for adults who are tired of feeling behind, drifting, and living beneath what they know they're capable of. Let's get brutally honest with you, okay? You did not lose self-respect in one big moment. It wasn't just one thing. You lost it in little tiny moments. The alarm you ignored, the workout you skipped, the promise you made and broke, the task you delayed, the standard you lowered, and the excuse you repeated. That's how self-respect dies. Not all at once, piece by piece. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, then you don't do it. You train yourself not to trust yourself. That's why you feel off. That's why you feel frustrated, right? That is why you look at your life and think, what happened to me? What happened to the guy I was? Nothing happened to you. You just got undisciplined. And if you trained it in, you can train it back out again. And let me say something that most people need to hear. You're not lazy. You're out of alignment with the person you know you should be. That's why all of this hurts all the time. Because when weak behavior becomes a weak person, it feels normal. But when weak behavior comes from someone who knows they're built for more, then it feels disgusting. That tension you feel, that's good. That means something's still alive in you. Something's still fighting. Something's still aware, refusing to fully settle for being that weak person. That is not your shame. That's your signal to improve. So step one, you got to start telling the truth. Not the polished truth, not the social media truth, the version that makes you sound busy or deep or misunderstood. You need to tell the real truth. Where have you become soft? Where have you become sloppy? Where have you been avoiding what you already need to, that you need to know needs to change? Because change does not begin with when you feel inspired and motivated. It begins when you stop lying to yourself. Stop saying you're trying when you're really just dabbling. Stop saying you're stuck when you're hiding away. Stop saying you need the right plan when you haven't even followed the last 5 plans you made. Truth is where power starts, because once you tell the truth, you stop wasting energy protecting a fake version of yourself. Now you can finally build something that feels real. Step 2, make your word mean something again. Now, this is everything, because right now, the reason you don't respect yourself is simple, right? Your own mind has seen too much evidence that you don't follow through with what you say. You say one thing, you do another thing. That destroys your identity. Fix it. Start small if you have to, but make it non-negotiable, right? If you say you're going to wake up at 6, get up at 6. If you're going to walk for 30 minutes, walk for 30 minutes. If you're going to say no more sugar, don't eat any more sugar. If you say 1 hour of focused work, then do the hour. You do not need to impress yourself. You need to become believable to yourself. That's how self-trust comes back, by doing what you said you're going to do. Not from saying affirmations, but from actual proof. Let's kill another lie. Confidence is not built by feeling better about yourself. Confidence is built by watching yourself handle hard things, difficult things. That's it. Success. You want confidence? Do difficult things. Do the boring stuff. Do the things that you've delayed doing. Do the things that require effort when no one else is watching. That's where discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation asks, do I feel like it? Discipline says, that don't matter. You're going to do it anyway. And the more often you act like that strong person, the more natural it becomes. Step 3, raise your private standards, because real life is not built in the public, right? It's built in the hours that nobody sees. What you eat when no one's around, what you watch when your day is over, how you speak to yourself when you mess up, what you allow in your room, your calendar, your body, your mind, all that private stuff decides who you are. You cannot live sloppy in private and expect to feel powerful in public. Remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. It doesn't work the other way. If your private life is full of avoidance, distraction, low standards, confidence is always going to feel fake. So clean it up, not for appearance, not for how it looks to others, but for your own identity. Number 4, finish something because unfinished things just drain your power away. Unfinished goals, unfinished habits, broken promises, unfinished plans. Oh, they just pile up in the background and they whisper one message to you. You don't follow through. So shut that voice up. Finish one thing, one streak, one room, one application, one project, one reset, 1 week of living by the rules. Completion changes people because finishing is proof. It's evidence that you're done. Proof that you're no longer the person who starts strong and then disappears. Now you're the person who closes that gap. The version of you is dangerous in the best way, right? Here's the actual truth. You don't become someone you respect by waiting for a breakthrough moment. You become someone you respect by living in a way that the future you would admire. One honest decision, a kept promise, complete a hard action, finish a task, raise your standards. No one is coming to hand your edge back to you. You got to earn it back, right? That's the bad news. And it's also the best news you're going to hear all week, because this means it's still in your hands. You can change it. If you're done living beneath yourself, grab my Quick Start program and join my free Unstoppable Again School community, all free. I'll help you rebuild it. We rebuild discipline, respect, and get momentum. Subscribe if you're serious. Comment below that I'm earning my respect back. Until next time,